Toddlers aren't listening to you until you yell or you get really loud with them, then here's what I want you to know. You can absolutely shift this and change this in a matter of weeks, but it takes you shifting how you show up as a parent. Your toddlers are only listening once you've set a boundary or you've reminded them or given them instructions 15 times and you get to the point where you are kind of yelling across the house, get off the couch or put your shoes on, we have to go. Then there's a reason for that. And the reason is that you've taught them and reinforced the boundary that they don't need to listen until you get to that point. And that's the point where they perk up, they pay attention, and they know, hey, now mom is serious. And this becomes a cycle. Toddlers are always testing our reactions. They're always testing our boundaries. They're trying to understand how the world works. And if we're consistently asking, reminding, asking them again and again and again from across the room or across the house without physically stepping in, which most of the time is what toddlers need. Kids 1 through 5 even, they need that help of us physically stepping in to help them learn how to follow a boundary or follow an instruction. If you're consistently doing that without stepping in until you get to the point of being frustrated, snapping and yelling at them from across the house, then they learn, I don't have to move, I don't have to listen, I don't have to get up, I can kind of ignore mom until this gets really serious. So how do you break this cycle? So my kids who are 5, 3, and 1 have a pretty good handle on this. They're not perfect, of course, but they're pretty good at it. So if I give them a boundary or I tell them an instruction, I'll do it one time. And then after that, I'm going to get up and go over and physically help them get moving, get that momentum started. This works whether it's something like, hey, get your shoes on, we're about to go, or it's something like, hey, stop hitting your brother with that car because that's not kind. Because I have the strategies and frameworks. And in what I teach in my Toddler Tantrums guide, which you can go grab right now, there's an entire section called Prep, which is all about teaching your kids the skills they need, including teaching them the skills they need to listen. And in a way that is not just blind obedience, but is wanting to actually be an active part of a family culture where everybody is respectful, is loving, and is caring towards each other. And this is something that you can shift right now. If you feel like you're always having to yell at your kids to get them to listen, or you get to that point where you're so frustrated that you just snap, you have to learn how to break that cycle. You have to learn how to set boundaries, and you have to learn how to teach your kids the skills they need to be able to listen, whether it's, again, about a tricky behavior like hitting, pushing, etc., or things in the family, just like, hey, let's clean up our toys or get our shoes on. All of that I teach in my Toddler Tantrums guide, which sets the foundation of the toddler years for you to actually enjoy and know how to handle all of the tricky behaviors that come up while being calm and respectful.